Welcome, guys. Welcome to the disaster zone. I'm out here a little bit early. Brandon's going to come over and we're going to do a little bit of work on the motor. We're going to kind of get things taken apart, take a look at what we have, and I have something very special to show you. But before we do that, we really need to clean this up. Otherwise, I think Brandon's going to be furious with me. So we've got the garage clean. Brandon is on his way, and we have to get the motor over here. We got to traipse it through the snow to get it here. I'm going to wait for Brandon to do that. But while we're waiting, we're going to put the engine stand, which is clearly way too heavy to just pick up. We're going to put the engine stand together. I don't think you guys need to see that. The stand is, the engine hoist is on the other side of the garage. The hydraulic stuff in it is shit. So every time I come out here, it's laying on the ground, just laying there. So I'm gonna get the engine stand put together while we wait for Brandon. And by the time he gets here, it'll be ready. What's up, man?
Oh, not much, dude. First snowfall of the year. How you feeling with the first snowfall of the year? Why? Why do you live in Minnesota and you hate winter?
I don't know. Let's get this fucking engine. Let's get this engine over here.
You gotta embrace the winter, dude.
No. The only thing winter is good for is project time. That's it. We got project time because we can't drive the cool shit anyway.
It is good for project time. You know what it's bad for? Morale. This is the good way. This is how you take care of your low mile, good condition engine. You just dump it on the side.
What could go wrong? There's nothing wrong with this. Who cares?
Oh shit, we need a fucking, this thing's loose. Get a pliers.
Just use your fingers.
It won't get tight enough. That's why it's dropping down. You don't think I fucking tried?
Jesus, man, you're kind of crabby today.
No, right, I'm not.
I'll go get you some pliers. You're a little out of control over there.
Jesus. Oh, somebody lives on this tilty ass.
I'll just film. You go ahead.
Yeah.
You got this. You're doing a great job.
So a little trick here. You can measure this, but you know, this is just a gauge. We just made a quick gauge, you know, what length we need. Instead of bringing a ruler and trying to remember and everything, you just hold this up and idiot proof.
What I would do is just guess. I would grab a bunch of bolts, I would buy more than I needed, and then I would have extras.
What? Do you not like thinking? Thinking's too hard. I don't want to think and plan and fuck it. Just do it. Wing it.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Amazingly, I don't have the hardware for this, which is incredible because I have a good collection of hardware, don't I, Brandon?
Yeah, you got a pretty good collection. The problem is at some point a few years ago, you became a Porsche snob.
Yeah, I don't have any of the bolts to actually use a real engine stand.
And this is a guy that actually did a lot of water-cooled Volkswagen stuff. I mean, look around the garage. There's all the evidence of that. I know you're a big Porsche guy now. But you used to be a big Mark I guy.
I did. All right, we're off to a great start. We have no hardware at all to bolt the motor to the engine stand. So we've got to go to the hardware store. But the cool thing is, I'm going to take Brandon to the Cool Hardware Store, which is owned by some old dude that's been there forever. It's like a hoarder's hardware store. Well, this guy's been hoarding shit for about probably 20 years. And it's been cleaned up a little bit, but it's still a little hard to walk through the aisles.
That's awesome.
Let's go check it out.
Let's do it.
So one of the fans made that in prison. While he was in prison, made that for me. It's all B-craft. Look at that.
Dude, people always think I've been to prison. Everyone's always really surprised when they find out I've never even been arrested.
Bullshit! I've been arrested.
I have never been arrested, and I've talked my way out of getting arrested a couple times.
Well, there's always a first time for everything.
There is a first time for everything.
I can witness it. All right, let's get to the hardware store. Let's go.
What is it? Ooh, look at that. Look at that fucking wood.
Here we are.
Dude, that's beautiful. It's for sale.
It is. It's been for sale for a while.
Dude.
All your dreams could come true.
Oh, man. Dude.
No! Oh, no!
Oh, dude, look at that.
Dude,
that's
we're
a
so
fucking
fucked.
bummer. We're completely fucked.
Look at this place.
Dude, this place is dope looking, man. Oh, look at the dude. Look at the stuff up on like the upper shelves.
I know.
Fuck.
Bummer.
Today's a complete disappointment so far.
Sorry, dude. Damn it. All right. New hardware store.
We were talking about getting arrested, dude. You want to do it?
You want to give it a shot?
My wife would be so fucking mad.
Your wife's a lawyer. She needs work, right?
Hi there, guys.
Hey,
You need
what's
some screws?
I do need some screws.
Right over there.
How'd you know?
Oh, they got long ones too. Perfect. So we need 2 of these.
And they get longer as go back.
Dude, you guys have a great hardware selection.
Well, thank you. 10, 12, 1.75 pitch. That's not going to work.
You sure it's not 175, Chris?
It could be.
I think it is.
Okay, so then that would be that short.
Yes,
Yep.
M12 by 175.
Oh, we need prices off of things.
All right, you ready? You ready for some prices?
Okay, so we are ready.
All right, Brandon. Do we need anything else while we're here?
There you go.
I'm sure we do. We're winging it, so I don't know. No planning. Plan, no plan, baby.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice
a good
day.
day.
All right, see ya.
Bye-bye.
Dude, you remember when businesses used to care about customer service?
That was like the best customer service
I mean, dude,
I've ever had.
Have you I know people have talked about like the erosion of people's social intelligence and just social skills, and you don't see things like that anymore. It's such a bummer, you know?
That was awesome.
People like people.
I like people.
I like some people.
Back from the hardware store. Should have everything we need. This was a good 2-hour waste of time. Other than getting to meet the nice lady at the hardware store, which was great. So we're gonna put the yoke on here, get it bolted up to the stand, and then probably start pulling all of this crap off of here. And then we have something very special to show them, Brandon.
Ooh. I don't buy drill bits or grinding discs or tap and dies.
I bought this entire tap set for 1 tap because they did not sell the tap by itself for the Trooper when I stripped something out in chassis. So
MasterCar, baby.
I'm not going to McMaster-Car. I've never been there. I don't even barely know what that is.
McMaster-Car is an online supply house out of Chicago, and they're fucking money.
You know what I heard? I heard online supply house and tuned out immediately.
Wow. What's wrong with that?
I couldn't get it that day. I needed to get it done.
We gotta have it done now! You know, I'm starting to see a recurring pattern here about your wing it, lack of planning mentality that, you know, it's a lifestyle.
To be fair, over the course of years, I've gotten a hell of a lot of shit done. And sometimes over planning and not being able to accept winging it slows you down, and it will keep you from getting things done.
There is a benefit to slowing down sometimes. You just can't come to a halt.
True.
That's the mortal sin.
What do we got to pull off of this thing? This has got a lot of shit that we're not going to need, right?
So things we're gonna use, things we're not gonna use. This goes, this is the vacuum reservoir, goes. Coolant glow plugs, debatable. We're definitely gonna have to reconfigure this coolant routing because, so this motor is set up for transverse. We're going to longitudinal. If we come back here, this is going away. This is the anti-shutter valve. The only purpose this serves, when you turn the engine off, this closes to keep, this just shuts down the motor faster. Everything related to EGR is going away. We've already removed the EGR cooler would sit here, the EGR valve would sit up here. This line is going to be different because of the new turbo setup, because we're going from a low mounted turbo that hit the starter to a higher mounted turbo. This is a very simple motor. This is really before any real emissions. The only emissions that this had was a EGR system and a rudimentary DPI, like a diesel catalyst. The Mark IV TDIs had a catalytic converter, but a very rudimentary one.
So what you're saying is there's no cheats on this motor. Nobody had to cheat to get this thing to work.
No. This is way before Dieselgate, man. This is cheat free. Yeah.
All right, let's start pulling things off that we don't need, because I'm gonna get this block cleaned up anyway.
Dang, dude. Look at this. This is fucking super clean. This thing is
super clean. It looks
This is super clean, low miles, dude. Normally these ports get to like barely this size. You know, like I could barely fit my one finger in here. And up here, this will be. I've seen them where I've seen cars get towed in where this is completely 100% filled. This is the original turbo that came with the Golf Mark IV platform. It's a VNT 15. And the problem is the starter goes right here.
Yeah, so
That will not work.
that is not going to work. So what we did is, what I did is took Brandon's advice and called up X-Man Turbos and got this. Why do we need this turbo? What's up with this turbo?
If you're gonna buy a new turbo, that turbo is $800 to get a new one of these. These are going for $8. So for $200 additional dollars, you got double the turbo.
And the size comparison isn't even close. I mean, they are...
There, it's bigger on both sides. This is a better flowing manifold that he uses too. This is off of a European spec, like a PD150 more type. So this is a Gen 3 VNT. They basically, the first generations, the VNT 15s and 17s, they were good. It was light years better than the previous generation AHU, which had a gated T3 style turbo.
Right.
And this
Now, when I was building stuff, like around that time,
Yeah.
what everybody would do with their 16 valve or even their 1.8T is they would put a T3, T4 turbo on. That was the go-to, was a T3, T4, bolted up. I mean, that's 280 horsepower. You're good to go. Why not just use that?
So
What's improved?
gated turbos just don't work great on diesels.
What do you mean by gated turbo?
Waste gated turbos.
Waste
This is
gated,
there's no waste gate. All of the exhaust gas always goes through the compressor, versus like
So how does it regulate boost?
it has fins inside the turbo that move in and out, and so in one position, it just bypasses the fins, and in another position, it shoots all the exhaust gases at the fins.
So that's almost like a turbine on an airplane. Like a
Yeah, the
like
way
a-
the blades spin.
move back and forth.
Yeah, exactly the
Produce
same.
more or less thrust.
Exactly the
Got it.
same. So it's a way more efficient design because a gated turbo, you have to optimize it for a given RPM, you're optimizing for that cruising meat power band of 2,000 to 4,000 RPMs in a
Right.
diesel. You have the fins are in full boost as you're at idle and taking off, and it builds boost the most efficient way possible. And then the fins slowly back off to regulate boost.
All right, well that's it. It's a better turbo, more air, more
Better
efficiency.
turbo, but
And here's another thing. Where is the outlet of the turbo pointing?
forward where it
Towards
needs
the
to
front
go.
of the truck, where the intercooler is.
So X-Man actually advertises this turbo on his site as a truck swap turbo.
All right, Brandon. I think that's enough for today. While you're gone, the rest of the day, I'm going to work on tearing this motor down, and I'm going to clean the motor up. Thanks for coming by, man.
No problem, dude. I'm gonna go sit at home and patiently wait to be disappointed on my first house offer.
All right. Well, everybody's rooting for you.